Entitled neighbor demands we extend our wall and threatens to report us to the city. This is so stupid. I've lived in this house with my grandparents for about 6 years. When we moved in, we had this awful wooden retaining wall facing the neighbor's property. Her property is downhill from ours, so the retaining wall keeps our yard from washing away into hers. We found out last year that the wall was rotting and needed to be replaced, so we recently had it replaced with these beautiful retaining stones. We also extended the wall past where the previous wall had been. We can't take it all the way to the street because of the city's guidelines, but it goes far enough. It could be extended by maybe 3 feet, but we couldn't afford to go any farther. Well, the neighbor, who we had gotten along with until now, didn't like it. She complained to us that our wall wasn't long enough and her yard was going to wash away, and she already had rivers running through her yard. We live on a street with no sidewalks, so everyone has ditches for drainage. She never cleans her despite having huge trees dropping sticks and leaves into it, so her yard floods when it rains. She's blaming us for that. She then said she could pay for them, the landscapers, to extend the wall, then showed my grandma some brown retaining stones she said she could get to finish the wall. Our wall is gray, so of course grandma said no. The neighbor said she couldn't deal with it and didn't want to be a bitch but would report us to the city if she had to. My grandma said, go ahead, and walked away. What makes her think she has any right to mess with our wall? Our landscapers even removed a stump from her property for her for free. She asked them if they could, and she never even thanked them. As far as we know, she either hasn't reported us to the city, or the city told her to pound sand. She's tried to make conversation with me, but I won't talk to her. I have too much to worry about without having her trying to manipulate me into talking to my grandma. Edit to add some clarification. Her yard has been damaged like that since before we moved in, she told us as much, so it wasn't caused by our new wall. The new wall was put in by professionals, so it has a proper drainage system installed. None of the damage she pointed out could have been caused by our new wall. We know this because it hadn't rained in the days between the wall being finished and her complaining, so there was no stormwater for our wall to let into her yard. Also, the damage was on the other side of the yard, so it wasn't caused by the installation itself. She never told us about the water damage in her yard until she was demanding we extend our wall. If she had, we probably would have put a new one in sooner. The landscapers did get her permission to go onto her property to build the wall. The wall isn't on her property, but in order to put everything in properly, they had to use her yard. She was fine with it as long as they fixed her yard when they were done, which they did. She confirmed that it looked great. We got all the proper permits and everything, so there's really nothing she can do at this point.